Sup boys, Sick View is back. Today we're going to break down exactly how to sell Seiko mods the legal and proper way to actually see 5 to 6 figure results within the next few months. We have done this with hundreds of different clients, so we are very comfortable to say that this exact technique works. That being said, let's directly jump over to my desktop setup where we'll break down everything within the next 10 minutes. So in the last video, we spoke about what exactly Seiko mods are, what makes them legal, what makes them illegal. And today we're going to break down how exactly you're able to sell these exact watches in a very efficient way without investing too much money up front. As you can see, these are the watches. If you didn't get it from last video, just scroll up to the other video. It was called Seiko mods legal or not legal. There you can simply check it out. This is basically the foundation for today's video. So when it comes to Seiko mods, the legal Seiko mods, you have two ways of selling them. You can either go onto marketplaces, especially eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Depop also works very, very good, depending on where you're located. And then there's also the more scaled way, professional and trustworthy way, which is better for the long term, which would basically be having your own Shopify store. Before we're gonna jump into the whole structure of eBay, let me show you what usually a listing looks like. This one is actually not a proper listing. This was just a random screenshot. But this is basically what you find when you go into eBay, search a Seiko mod. This is basically what pops up. You can see Seiko root beer mod. There are many things wrong with this exact listing, but as you can see, even though he's doing it kind of wrong, he is getting 125 reviews, which would be around, for the average price that he's selling it for, around 25k around in revenue. I don't know what his profit margins are, but probably around 40%. So purely off of this eBay account, this has been active for around a month. He has done around 10 to 12k in profits with my calculations. But if you would do it the proper way, you would see way better results than this guy. You can see very unprofessional pictures. But let's go down to the stats off of eBay. eBay offers instant orders. Why is that so? eBay is getting a percentage of each sale. This basically means when you do your listing and you basically go to the settings of your product that you want to upload, they give you the opportunity to basically promote your product. But the promotion is a bit different because you tell eBay they are getting 10%, for example, or whatever individual rate you want to give to them. And they deduct this exact rate off of the revenue once the watch is sold or once the product is sold. This basically means you don't pay eBay up front. You basically just do your listing, tell them that they will get whatever amount of percentages that you want to give to them. And after that, they do all of the work for you. They basically promote their product to their clients, to their potential clients. You just got to sit back, do your listings, and they basically sell it for you. This is a huge advantage because this instantly gives you in sales, and usually with our clients, they see the first 4-figure results purely on eBay within the first 5 days after starting off. Then the next point is going to be safe place. What exactly do I mean with safe place? Safe place basically means if you're doing e-commerce, you probably know if your only outreach is, for example, social media and you're posting videos, for example, on TikTok, and your videos are not going viral, you can basically have a good month where you're having great views and many people are buying, and then, for example, you're not getting that many good views, and in that case, your revenue or basically your profits are decreasing by a lot because you're basically determined, or basically your revenue is determined by how many views you're getting and how many viewers are actually purchasing your products. But you can't really decide where the algorithm is going with your views, and therefore it's always going to be a huge pain point for many people in e-commerce that they are not having sustainable sales on a daily base, which are basically increasing, or for example a daily average. For most people in the e-commerce space, it's more like this. For example, 10 sales, no sales. 15 sales, no sales, no sales, no sales. And this is exactly what we can go around when doing Seiko mods the proper way on eBay. That's always going to be a safe place. I would say something between 0 to 15k in profits monthly is always possible on eBay. So if you just want to be between something of 0 to 15k in profits on a monthly base with eBay, you can always go back to eBay. But if you really want to go past that, you would have to use different techniques and basically scale past eBay, for example, to Shopify. Next big point is going to be theoretical store customers. This basically means we're selling watches. Watches can be bought multiple times over and over again. I'll explain it in another video, how exactly you can get return clients for these exact watches that we are selling. But this basically means we are getting clients in on eBay, and we don't just want to waste them because they can buy over and over again. Short-term set, if I'm having a watch, if I, for example, have a rose gold watch, I have a silver watch, I have a watch which is more sporty, I have a watch which is for romantical situations. I always have the reason why I should buy multiple watches off of, for example, Watch Store again. And we basically redirect all of these eBay clients over to our own Shopify store where we have way better profit margins. And then the last thing is going to be low time investors. Basically means if you're doing listings on eBay, this is not going to take you too long if you're using the exact AI system that we have. We basically have an AI which allows you to just upload the picture that you're getting access to in our community of the watch that you want to sell on marketplaces. Basically upload this exact picture to the AI system that we have, and then the AI is giving you the correct title, not as showcased right here. This is not a client of ours, so don't get confused by that. It's giving you the pricing range for which you should sell the watch. It's going to give you the titles, and it's also going to give you an HTML description with eBay trust badges in it, so you can't really mess up anything. And doing 100 listings, if you would do it yourself without the AI system of ours, would probably take you around 2 to 3 hours, but with our AI system, it's only going to take you around 20 minutes. So if you want to have access to this exact AI system, simply go down to my Instagram right here. It's called SigVivo. Basically, just send me a screenshot that you have watched this video, message me AI, and then we'll give you access and a full-on video rundown of how exactly you can use this AI listing bot, for example, for Seiko mods, or in general, if you want to sell something on eBay more efficiently without the huge time invest. So this is going to be the first part, eBay. So it's good. It has low time invest, and you can make something between 0 to 15K profits easily after 2 months of being active on eBay with the exact structure that we offer. Then the next thing is going to be transferring all of these clients over to our own Shopify store. On Shopify, it usually looks like this from the setup. You can see it's way cleaner. We have, for example, here videos explaining what exactly these watches are, how exactly they are made. We have different collections, pricings. We have CTAs with, for example, right here, discounts. This is basically generating you more trust and therefore more conversion rate and more people buying off of you again. Of course, this is going to be more time cost, you could basically say, because this takes a larger time invest to basically have a store like this running. But the output that you're going to get in revenue and profits is definitely going to be worth it. So on Shopify, we're looking at many returning customers. On eBay, we have two options basically, or not really two options, but returning customers have two options. They can either come, for example, from marketplaces, you just redirect them over to your own Shopify store, or the second thing is going to be that, for example, someone is searching Seiko mods on Safari or basically on their browser, wanting to buy a watch off this because, like I said, they're very well known and people know these watches. They look for them and they want to buy them. And if your SEOs are very good on the website, yours will just pop up at the first, and then people will go to your store and buy off it. And when they are satisfied, they will buy off you again. And the thing is, on eBay, there's so many people and it's so competitive. Means if someone buys off you and he really likes it, it's going to be hard for him to find your store again. But if you have your own store on Shopify with your own domain, he can simply just go to his email, see exactly, okay, this is the domain I've bought the watch off, and then he just buys over and over again. These are basically two types of returning customers. Of course, this is like a huge thing. eBay to Shopify is the better way of returning customers. We're going to make an extra video about that as well. Long lasting is going to be the next point. This basically means Shopify store usually takes 2 to 3 months with the exact structure that we're working in to really have it rolling and see over 5-figure revenue results. For example, right here, we have a client that did 10K. As you can see, we can also upload this. In the last 30 days, 10K. He really got active in the last, I would say, 2 months, and he's now doing an average of around 500 to 600 a day. For example, you can see right now he did today 600 on Shopify with 3 orders last 7 days. Just for you to show, in the last 7 days his marketing was really good. It's all organic. He did around 5K in revenue with around 65% profit margins. And this is just really the beginning of lower clients. He started working with us around 2 months ago, and now he's really putting the work into Shopify, and it's definitely paying off. Then the next thing, you usually have around 25% more profits on Shopify than eBay. And then the next big thing for many people is going to be trust. People love to buy watches on websites like this because they have, for example, a video background banner. I will put a video in of a website that I've built for a client. You can see 6-figure results within 6 months if you're doing it the proper and right way. So a store really is an upgrade to an eBay account, which has been active, for example, for 2 weeks, and no one has given you a review till now. Now to actually showcase to you that it's not just theoretical stuff, and that this whole business model with this exact structure that we have is bringing in these type of results. You can see these are just a few results we have done over the last few days in our own community called the Escape Project. I'm just going to swipe through it real quick. For example, right here, Cardi 2K profits with 3.2K revenue in the last 4 days, which is, yeah, he joined in 4 days ago, so this is definitely a good result. He's based in Canada and he is 18 years old. This right here is Drix, the guy that I've just showed to you. As you can see here, he was in the first month that he started off, he was at 1.2K revenue in the last 30 days. And now, as you can see, in the last 30 days, he did 10K. In the last 7 days, he did 5K. So we're definitely seeing a huge increase in his profits and revenue. So you get the point. We're bringing in crazy amounts of results. Matter of fact, let me go to Discord real quick and show to you some live results. For example, when we go directly over here to our community, you can check out live results. For example, Drix, you can see daily sales. You can see he has done 5K. Here you can see 5K sales volume first 1.5 months. He did 3.5K with 70 active listings on eBay. And he has also done a grand total of 1.7K in revenue in November and 4.3K in general. But this is basically just for November. And then also Drake's again, many different orders, 1K a day. Here 11K dashboard with just 17 active listings, 42 orders in. So you get the fact that we're bringing in a good amount of results. And this is also going to bring me directly to the last part of this video, which is going to be, if you have any questions, like I've said previously in this video, simply check out my profile on Instagram. We're helping everyone that is following us. As I said, we're helping everyone that is following us. Just follow me so I can actually see these requests. If you're asking something, we often have the issue that if someone is not following us and then requesting something that we don't see the requests. And if you directly want to work one-on-one with me and have the guarantee to make 5K profits in the next 90 days with this exact structure right here, there's going to be a link in the bio of this YouTube video where it says work one-on-one with me with the whole guarantee. Simply go on there. It's a link. It's going to ask you like 5 questions. This only takes like 30 seconds to fill out, and if everything looks good, we'll reach out to you within the next 2 to 3 days. With that being said, wishing you a wonderful day, boys, and see you in the next video.